Hi, it's Nick here from Mid-Century Scotland. I wanted to talk to you about the bare metaling of the 57 because quite a lot of people have asked me about the process. Let me just start by saying why I'm doing this. So this car I've had for 11 years now, got it in 2010, and it's lived in the UK and importantly been up in Scotland, used and abused in all weathers, and it was starting to take its toll, and every time I washed it a little bit of the sill or rocker would fall off. So eventually I got it over to my friend Michael Hamilton at Hamilton Racing, and he spent a long time putting all new metal in, so it's absolutely rock solid now. But it meant I got the car back with bits of paint missing where the new bits of metal had gone in. Now I don't have the money at the minute for a full really nice resparry, and I also was concerned about using the car because I like to use and abuse this car. And if it was too shiny and I'd invested too much money in it, I'd be worried that I wouldn't use it for things like going to the supermarket, that I'd use it for all the time, and leaving it parked in the street. So I wanted to have a finish that I could maintain and not worry about it too much. So I decided to go with bare metal, and this is the process that I did. So I started with polyabrasive discs on the angle grinder. You can get these on Amazon. It's about £15 for 5 discs, so £3 each, and one of these will do most of a panel, probably a door, something like that, and there were probably 12 to 15 layers of paint on this, and this took it straight off. They don't clog, gets the paint off great, and it doesn't take the metal off, so it's really good to use. Once all the paint's off with those, I use the DA sander, random orbit sander, with 40 grit discs on, and this gives a nice kind of brushed metal look to the finish, and it also lets you get any other stubborn bits off that haven't quite come off with the angle grinder and clean it all up. Then I wanted to give it some scratches in the paint to go with the airflow, so it looks like the car's going fast when it's standing still. So I use Scotchbright pads for that. So these have gone along in the direction of the flow, and they kind of dull down the finish a bit more and give it a better look. Once I've done with the Scotchbright pads, tack cloths all over to get any residual mess off, blow it off with the compressor, and I took all my masking off that I'd had to protect the red roof because it had dust in it, and reapplied masking for paint, so I redid the masking. These tack cloths are great, got loads of, they come up really black to start with. Once it's nice and clean with those, into the compressor spray gun with some Owatrol oil. Now this is an oil that reacts with the metal, it bonds and seals it to stop it going rusty. In theory you could just put this on and leave it and reapply it every year or so. You could put this on with a cloth as well, it doesn't have to be sprayed on. But I've got a compressor and it seemed a good idea to get an even finish with it. So great product. I know a lot of guys use this on patinaed cars to seal it and stop it getting any worse. That goes on. So from the same company, they do a clear coat product which is called Oxid Verdis. So I'm putting on a couple of coats of this on top of the oil. So this will really seal it then and weather protect it, and hopefully it'll last for a few years. So it seems like a bit of a lengthy process, and I know some of you will say, well, why didn't you just try spraying it yourself? But like I say, I didn't want it too shiny, I want to actually use it. I've always liked the look of bare metal as well, and I think it's going to give it a different look and should look pretty cool. But if anyone else wants to do it, that's my method. I'm no professional guy, this is just what I've come up with and it seems to be working for me.